Hi Pisces, welcome. So we're going to do a reading today of past, present and possible outcomes for Pisces. And then at the end we're going to use a Sacred Earth Oracle card. And then on the very end I'm going to do a personal card reading for Imogen, who commented on my video yesterday, and I asked if she wanted a reading, just of one card. So that'll be time stamped, so you can leave the video if you want or just listen, doesn't matter, hopefully. Right, so Pisces, what do Pisces need to know? What do Pisces need to know today? So we're using the Ozo Zen deck, and all the affiliate links should be in the description, and if they're not, that's because my computer didn't work, so I'm still using the phone. Okay, Pisces. So this is in the slight past, which is the Nine of Water, Nine of Cups. So you can see here that for Pisces, achievements have been good, which is great. Who can not complain? But yes, we can, because it's not a 10 and it's not a beginning also. So when we have the Nine of Water or Nine of Cups, we have achieved and you've done very well. But it's been complacent. Complacency is the a water emotion. And this fella, he's wearing slippers. So on a security aspect, if he was to get up and slip and fall, that would be a silly thing to do. So even though he's basking in the sunshine and he's got his great drink there, he needs to understand that it's not all comfortable. It can break at any second or any moment. So we need to be on the lookout for developing even stronger than ever before. So at the moment, yes, you've done well, great, but what else? What else can we do to achieve even more greatness? Now you can see the tiles here are like a checkerboard or a chess board, you know? So it's black and white, signifying for yin and yang aspects. So I think there's a pathway here that needs to be trod lightly, because at any stage it can be yes or a no situation. Does that make sense to you? So let's have a look further. So for Pisces today, we have the awakening of who you are on a higher level. So this is important because when we look at ourselves, we always believe something of ourselves. Oh yeah, I'm identifying who I am through my zodiac sign. I'm a Pisces. And what does that mean to you? But it's not just that, is it? But it's maybe some of you are mothers, daughters, fathers, sons, uncles, teachers, nurses. All these types of titles that we put on ourselves. So if we didn't have language, what would we be? Would we know what we are? Would we put a label on ourselves? So emotionally, it's breaking through and unveiling who you actually are. So this unveiling is like taking the peels of the onion bit by bit to reveal the true you, the true Buddhic aspect of a higher intuition and a higher self, so to speak. To actually realize that your very nature is in its essence trying to reach you. But if one is sitting comfortably in the harmony and saying, wow, haven't I done well? I'm going to have a rest. In fact, I'm not going to do anything else. I've done it. I've achieved it. But we have to keep going. You know, if you've got the perfect relationship, do write to me if that's so. I'd like to hear from you. We have to keep putting in effort. We have to still be considerate. We still have to be kind and generous and loving ourselves if we want that perfect relationship to blossom and grow even deeper than before. So this is what's happening in the past. Let's have a look what's happening now. So being in two minds about aspects. Now that's interesting, isn't it? So I see this as hanging on to old ideas, and are you being trustworthy to yourself? Because when we're clinging on and feeling we've got nowhere to turn in our mind, then it's just hanging on. How long do you want to ask yourself, are you going to hang on? You have to make a move to be able to either fall in fluffy clouds. I mean, this is a complete illusion. He's probably not even holding on. He's probably in a dream state, lying on his bed, and he's very safe. But this is just the mind playing tricks again. So when we go inside our mind, we need the thought process to achieve what we do want, but sometimes this whole picture is a complete illusion. It's not real, and you know, it's like, what aspect are you going to do? Are you going to lose all sensation by hanging on, or are you going to let go and just slide to the ground? Or are you in your dream state and you need to tap into your intuition to actually get your answer that you're trying to seek? These are the questions one could be asking of oneself today. So you have the transformation. Transformation into what? Well, again, this is a dreamlike state down here, and just allowing a newness to come about. What do we need to put to bed, so to speak? Well, the illusion of who we are and our complacency in our heart. We need to open it up more to develop a newness. Tapping into the thoughts, tapping into what are we going to do next and how are we going to achieve it. You see here, in this card, you'll probably find that you're connected to what you want. If you have a little discussion with yourself, what is it that I want today in my life right now? You'll feel you'll be connected to it to actually bring it to yourself even quicker than ever before. It's a transformation. It definitely is. So shedding away constraints, ties, disbeliefs in yourself, but also the universe, will allow a sense of newness to come about. Sorry. I've been talking too much. So moving on, you will find here that sharing and allowing your generosity and abundance of who you are to set alight your newness. When your eyes are open to the possibilities of newness, instead of being blind, you're going to feel really like a new person. Well, you've had the transformation, obviously, but you are going to feel like a new person. You're going to feel so warm and wow, it's just going to be amazing. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you just go on teaching, you know, and just being fantastic in your ownness. Wow, that's, yeah. Still a little bit of confusion with the fighting aspect. So it's like if you have a party and you're giving, here's a drink, here's some food, oh, do you want some of my time, do you want me to do something for you, and all these aspects of you giving and being who you are. And then you've got the aspect of, wow, I've done all this, but what is wrong with my mindset? Why does it keep pulling me back to this aspect, this schizophrenia of what is going on? I can't control my mind anymore. It's like it's really getting down. So this is why the fighting aspect is here. And again, in this tarot deck, this illusion here of fighting is only in the mind. So being overprotective and hiding away is going to be really difficult, especially when you're putting yourself in front of people, being really kind and generous and soft, and then inside still having this confusion. Doesn't make sense. This is why you have to go back to this aspect of transforming your mindset, not allowing this to hinder you and keep you really small. It's so important. This is the most important aspect. You see how beautiful she is, and big and strong within her mindset, within her being. So bringing that light and that love, the love aspect that you've achieved here, trying to bring it all the way through instead of being prickly in the thought process and not being able to speak who you are. So important. Right, let's do a Sacred Earth Oracle card for Pisces, and then we'll know what to meditate on throughout the day. Oops, you're not having that. Come on, cards. They're sort of bent. Can you see it's bent that way? Oh, you can go on the floor for later. Right. Okay, this is the card. You'll understand why. Patterns. See that? Oh, patterns. So there are patterns within us that keep us small. Did we mention the thought process with the groove in this reading? I can't remember now. So the patterns that we form in our life are habits. Habits that we keep repeating because it's a habit. And one of these habits is to doubt ourselves time and time again. So this is a pattern of our behavior. Also, we can see habitual patterns in how we move around our house and how we go to work. And sometimes breaking up habits is essential to get away from the schizophrenia and also the confusion within the mind of arguing with ourselves. This is a pattern that we've built up, and it needs to be broken and say, no more, I'm going to start a new pattern. So sometimes within habits, do you clean your teeth before breakfast or after breakfast? What way do you drive to a certain destination? Just mix it up. And this is slowly shaking yourself up to go, ooh, what else? And that in itself will allow you not to be too complacent about how good things are at the moment. So breaking through, transforming, breaking the habits of patterns in our life will allow yourself to be freer than ever before. Does that make sense? Right, thanks for listening, and do take care. And I'm going to pause the video and just do Imogen's reading.